Hello there, everyone. This is Michael Allen from the Human Resources Department. Wanted to take a few minutes of your time to go over a proposal for organizational culture for our company Integrated Technologies International. I wanted to begin the presentation by describing what exactly is organizational culture. Organizational culture is the way people perceive, think, and act in our organization. It encompasses the values, beliefs, attitudes, and emotions we have when we carry out our work, but it also incorporates the daily activities of how we communicate and how we actually perform our work. It can be communicated by the organization, by us, but it is also a little outside of our control because it can be communicated by coworkers and peers. It can be reinforced by the organization, but again, it is a little outside of our control because it is also influenced by the national culture in the areas we operate in. Organizational culture is especially important for us given our recent merger with our subsidiary in Mexico. This merger will not just combine the physical assets, but it will also merge the two different national cultures and norms of working. It's especially important because researchers found 2 out of 3 mergers fail because cultural differences and issues are not addressed after the merger. However, we believe organizational culture can serve as a uniting factor because we can all incorporate the same values, beliefs, and norms of working under one banner. This merger will have a direct impact on our culture because there will be a greater influence of Hispanic culture in our workforce. This will be due to a combined fact of obtaining the subsidiary in Mexico, as well as recent U.S. trends of increased Hispanic populations in the United States. In general, Hispanics tend to value larger firms that have established brands. We are a developing organization, so we are a little lacking in this aspect. However, Hispanics also gain increased engagement from career development and training opportunities, and they greatly desire flexible working arrangements. We are in luck in this aspect because our own personnel have expressed interest in increased training and flexible working arrangements, and we have been implementing HR policies to expand in those areas. However, we believe more work will be needed to complete a successful merger, so we're proposing a new organizational culture package. The first step of our organizational culture package is to establish organizational values. We've always had a mission and vision statement, but we've never had a value statement. Through the process of values blueprinting, we've spoken to several top performing employees and organizational leaders to find these 5 values that we submit for your approval that operate under the acronym FLIPS. We've always been flexible in our approach to new problems, but we want to extend flexibility into our new working arrangements. We'll continue to work for the long-term performance of our business, but we also want to see longevity in our employees. We've always been an innovative tech company, and we want to continue innovation as the forefront of our business. Our financial performance has always been strong, but we also want to focus on the performance of our employees. Satisfaction will stand for satisfaction from our customers as well as job satisfaction from our employees. The second part of our organizational culture package is to update our recruitment and hiring practices to include cultural fit. The cultural fit will be measured by the 5 values previously stated. One way to measure this is through competency frameworks. In addition to the job description, competency frameworks focus on the values and attitudes universal to the organization and seek to find these underlying characteristics in our candidates instead of the rigid skills they possess. One reason for this is because skills can always be trained and taught to new personnel. However, attitudes are a lot harder to train and ingrain into people. The goal of this is so that our personnel can adapt as the organization continues to develop and to expand into new products and new areas. Our ultimate goal is to recruit to a team rather than to a job, so the personnel can freely move throughout the organization to find the best fit for their skill set. The final aspect of our organizational culture package is to measure the pervasiveness of the culture we are trying to establish. We can do this through numerous metrics HR is currently using. We can always measure the use of flexible working arrangements, responses to customer satisfaction surveys, and the retention rate of our current employees. One aspect we'd like to start is an employee satisfaction survey. This will be used through all levels of the organization, and the questions will focus on if the values are actually exemplified in our organization and if employees are satisfied with their jobs. We can then analyze and focus on specific areas that are not reflecting the organizational culture and seek to address it. We believe this cultural package can provide many benefits to the organization. While the research is unclear on the direct benefits to performance, there are many indirect benefits to be had. Organizational culture can help increase identification with the organization, which will enable trust and open communication. This then allows for more efficient decision making and can help promote organizational learning from new ideas being brought forth. Additionally, hiring for an organization's cultural fit can increase productivity and reduce costs. Research has shown nearly 1 out of 3 new hires leaves the organization before the end of the year, and those rehiring costs must be reduplicated. Additionally, current employees that are a poor fit reduce the effectiveness, morale, and creative thinking of current employees. We are in luck because we already possess several of the pieces to help make implementation easier. We currently have excellent training development programs and we're working on expanding those programs. We have piloted several flexible working arrangements in departments and are working on making those organization wide. The last thing to remember is creating an organizational culture takes time. We will need buy-in and commitment from all departments and organizational leadership to help foster this culture. The proposed cultural package will provide a solid foundation for further HR policies to build upon. We believe developing a strong organizational culture will help give us a competitive advantage in our industry. Please let me know if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions on how to make this plan a reality. I want to thank you very much for your time and have a great day.